Welcome once again to Coffee at the Creek. I'm Brad. I'm one of the owners and operators here at Thorpe Creek Private Shooting Range. It is hard to believe that just a few days ago it was negative temperatures, especially at night, snow on the ground, freezing cold, and today the sun is out. It's about 55 degrees. The wind is calm, and I am enjoying a really good cigar. Uh, why not? Right? I've got a good cup of coffee. We're going to talk about coffee first. So, what I've been doing for the last few episodes is testing out my three favorite coffees. I've been testing out Free Range Texas Pecan, but I'm brewing it three different ways. And I'm on kind of my last way of brewing, which is cowboy coffee. And I'm not gonna go over how to brew cowboy coffee and kind of what the process is until the end of this video. So once I wrap up here, you can keep watching, and I've got a little short all about brewing um, the free reign Texas pecan in the cowboy coffee manner. And I am going to give a breakdown. So the first episode, I did my normal drip coffee, and then I did a percolator, and then I did cowboy coffee. And drip coffee tastes exactly how you would expect it. So what I noticed specifically about brewing the coffee in a percolator was the coffee flavor way overpowered the flavor of the Texas pecan. However, cowboy coffee was the complete opposite. The Texas pecan is extremely strong. So still a good coffee flavor, but the sweetness and the nuttiness of the Texas pecan came through more than with drip or in a percolator. I mean, it's still delicious, right? Just a different taste, and that's what's fascinating to me about the different ways you can brew coffee and the different tastes and the notes and the flavors that will come out. So we'll be moving on to a different flavor of coffee. And this one also a flavored coffee, but this time we're going to go for blueberry. And I'll talk about that in the episode at the end of March. But for now, let's move on and talk about cigars. Today, I am smoking an absolutely delicious Espinosa Laranja. And it's not unusually that I get asked about cigars. My knowledge is not encyclopedic, but it is extensive and varied. It's a subject I study. I like to learn about new blends of tobaccos and how blenders are creating unique experiences by selecting tobaccos from different regions, aged in different ways, rolled in different combinations. The flavor profiles are near infinite, and it's always new and fresh. It's an industry with a deep history, like Arturo Fuente, but also populated by an array of new upstarts. Years ago, it was Rocky Patel, and then E.P. Carrillo, who was the master blender for La Gloria Cubana. He struck out, formed his own brand, and he promptly won several Cigar of the Year awards. And today you've got folks like Eric Espinosa. He founded Espinosa Cigars, and he's the blender of this particular cigar, the Laranja. And something that I have found is that you'll find cigars made from tobaccos grown in different regions, and you'll like some regions and some regions you won't. This cigar is Brazilian and Nicaraguan, and I really enjoy Brazilian and Nicaraguan and Honduran tobaccos. I don't like Cameroon, the Philippines, some of those regions, some of the more deeper into the Caribbean regions. Not my favorite. And that's what's so great about cigars, that there's this wide array, and you can find something that you like. But smoking cigars is a lot of work, and I think that's why I enjoy the process. Cigars are unforgiving. If you cut the cap wrong, the wrapper's going to unravel and fray. If you light it wrong, it's going to burn unevenly. If you ignore it, it's going to go out. It'll become bitter. Just keeping cigars is a process of diligence. They have to be kept at the right temperature and humidity. Too warm or too much humidity and they oversaturate. Too cold and too little humidity and they dry out. Either occurrence and the tobacco is worthless. If you are not, you will quickly learn to be patient. It's going to take as long as it's going to take to smoke a cigar, and you're not going to hurry it along. And I think it's good to be diligent. It's good to be focused, and it's good to be committed, and it's good to be patient. I want to close today with a story, a kind of poem from Chief Tecumseh. And it's a particularly poignant bit of wisdom from a man who lived a very difficult life during a very difficult time. If you're not familiar with Chief Tecumseh, I highly recommend looking up some information on his actions during the War of 1812. It's not something that will disappoint. And today we're going to listen to Chief Tecumseh's word. And while you listen, think about having a cup of coffee or a cigar, something that requires you to be diligent, focused, committed, and patient.
So, live your life that the fear of death can never enter your heart. Trouble no one for their religion. Respect others in their view, and demand that they respect yours too. Love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life. Seek to make your life long and its purpose in the service of your people. Prepare a noble death song for the day when you pass over the great divide. Always give a word or a sign of salute when meeting or passing a friend, even a stranger, when in a lonely place. Show respect to all people and grovel to none. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for food and the joy of living. If you see no reason to give thanks, the blame lies only on yourself. Abuse no one and no thing, for abuse turns the wise into fools, and robs the spirit of its vision. When it comes your time to die, be not like those whose hearts are filled with the fear of death, so that when their time comes, they weep and pray for a little more time to live their lives over again in a different way. Sing your death song and die like a hero going home.